Hey guys, welcome to Draw With Me. Grab your pencils and your sketchbook and let's get started. Today we're going to be working on a character that I'm making for a comic book. I haven't gotten around to writing too much of the comic book, but for now it's just been kind of fun to world build and explore. First I wanted to hop on Pinterest and find some inspiration. Ghost Rider really seemed like a good influence for the direction I wanted to go with the character. It took me a while to visualize how I wanted to format the page, as well as a rough idea of the character. I attempted to draw this character before, but never turned out quite how I wanted it to. I finally decided to start with a close-up. That always makes me excited to draw the rest of the character. It helps me not to worry about the pose or proportions as much. Something I really don't recommend is going into a character sheet without at first sketching out multiple times what you actually want the character to look like. I start with the most basic shapes. To lay out the structure of the neck and the shoulders in relation to the head, just really light lines. I don't want to commit to anything just yet. My idea for the head is that there's like a tractor beam in the neck that holds his head in place. I hadn't drawn traditionally in a while with just pen and paper. I've been working digitally so much, so this was a great character to jump back in with. Since he's so beat up and misshapen, I don't have to worry about keeping him symmetrical. Here again, I'm just trying to lay out the gesture and basic shapes before diving into any detail. This character definitely helps me leave my comfort zone. I usually do very heroic poses, but this guy needed to be slumped over and kind of scary. I need the viewer to know there's something not quite right about him. I really wanted to embrace the skeletal structure of his figure, like his torso has been ripped off, but I also wanted to give him some muscles as if he were at some time a fierce warrior. Now that I'm done with the sketch, it's time to ink the drawing. I'm using a brush pen with a felt tip. It definitely took me a second to get used to my brush pen again. I had a lot of shaky line, but that's part of the beauty of traditional art. You can see the imperfections. You can see the shake of the artist's hand. You can see I try to emphasize the line weight of certain line. to make the shadows just a little bit thicker and the lighter parts a little bit thinner. This is where I really embrace the lopsided nature of this character, with how some of his armor has been ripped off, and some of his limbs have been elongated or misshapen. I had never really done a pose like this. It was a good way to experiment and get out of my comfort zone. And that just kind of goes to show you that if you're in an art block or not really sure how a pose is going to turn out, just go for it. You're only going to learn by messing around and seeing what works and what doesn't. Here's where you can start to see where some of his armor should be, but isn't because of all of the wear and tear that he's gone through. Thank you all so much for watching. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I inspired you to create something of your own. Have a great day.